Paul, I need to switch you quickly now to the war in Ukraine, because I think there is a huge geopolitical shift going on. This war obviously is turning into an absolute disaster for Russia. I mean, maybe it'll crush Ukraine, doesn't matter. Militarily and financially, it is a disaster for Russia. But I also wonder if it is a disaster for China's dictator, Xi Jinping, because he backed Russia a couple of weeks before the invasion, supported Putin's complaints against Ukraine, and is sticking with Russia all through this, despite the rest of the world turning away in horror. It seems to me this is backfiring badly.
Andrew, I think China and Chinese foreign policy is facing an absolute moment of truth now. This is a threshold moment for them, because while China's fudged the issue, all the signs are that China will continue to support Russia, and it now looks as though China might be prepared to support Russia in terms of avoiding the sanctions imposed by most of the rest of the world on Russia, and even being prepared to give Russia some military assistance. Now, what we've seen in the last couple of days, we've seen the United States National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, publicly China against these actions. This was before his meeting with China's top diplomat. And after that meeting, the White House made it very clear that the United States had told China that there would be serious consequences if China supported Russia. Now, Russia at the moment is a pariah state, and China has spent the last 30 years telling people in the United States and Europe that they don't have to worry about the rise of China. It spent 30 years saying that it supports the principles of national sovereignty and territorial integrity. Well, at the moment, it looks as though it's going to trash those principles, and it looks as though it may well line up with Russia in an alliance of the autocracies against a lot of the rest of the world. I think if China does this, it will be a really serious mistake, but deeply revealing. So I think there's a moment of truth coming for China, and the fundamental question is whether the sanctions being imposed on Russia, whether some of those sanctions will be extended to China if China takes these actions in support of President Putin.
And you're really seeing the Chinese stock market in real trouble. That's, of course, also with the coronavirus issues there. And a very fragile housing market, which is one of the biggest sectors. So this could actually prove very, very devastating for Xi Jinping personally. We shall see what happens. Paul Kelly, great to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Andrew.